episode of Geekset Rewind. I'm your host, Didge. No Big Mike today, but we do always got the homie Bacardi.
What's going on, everybody?
We're following up, continuing through our trek of Blood Sea. We're last quarter of the season?
Yeah, pretty much. We're in our last stretch of the last 4 episodes.
Yeah, so today's episodes 9 and 10. We'll check through them, give our reviews, and then after that, it's season finale time.
Yeah.
So let's follow us as we watch these episodes. We'll be right back with you.
I'm mad they ain't left though. Now they deserve it. Yeah. She told him to leave. She told him to leave.
Bro, he is savory.
Yeah, like he hit her.
How you do?
You ain't got nothing to do with nothing. God, they just took this nigga out for no reason.
That was bogus.
That was disrespectful. Like you could have let dude get away.
Oh, she saved someone?
That was first say. She never did it. He always had a small bottle. This nigga ain't got a small bottle. Yes, nope, not for you.
Oh, well, there that is. I'm saying he was still there. He got pushed off the ledge.
He is really taking his. So why is this nigga still in the same area of the stage? Grab your ass. Dog, everybody dead. That was a regular girl. That was the badass girl that was going last dead.
Yeah?
She wiped the whole school out, dog. Everybody dead, girl. She let everybody die. Now you red eyes. Now you red eyes. Matter of fact, she got the ultimate Goku complex. This ultimate Goku. This ultimate Goku, bro. Like all she gotta do is take a beat and it's over, dog. Like she ain't even gotta level up. She gotta go red eyes. It's a rap field shit. But she allows everybody to die.
That's the thing.
Goku don't want nobody to die.
How is she not able to do that?
Like she couldn't even
eight
his
classes
bitch
in.
so like she
And
couldn't.
that's the thing, like, does her sword get sharper when her eye goes in? Like,
You can straighten this nigga now. After the fact.
oh what, none of this matters. Like, they all gone.
Some of her victories ain't even worth the victories. You probably
Yeah,
did
the
some
boss was too much.
You didn't save nobody. They had so many questions and they couldn't even survive to ask them. Like,
I definitely thought this would be like, at least somebody was like, what the fuck are you?
only person still alive is the other dude. Is the one dude because he went to school. The dude called the dude.
Oh, no, he's still alive, apparently.
How did he make it? Oh, that she did. That's when we did. We just saw the video. The claws off the building. How you know what's going on? You heard a sound? Like, nigga, this nigga been eavesdropping? Yeah. Now you gonna go red eye.
Dog turned into a puddle of blood.
I'm glad you go. You fucking go. You deserve it. You deserve it. You get probably, you had like, do you add purpose in the show or do you know? Nigga, like.
All right, so we just finished episodes 9 and 10 of Blood Sea. So I guess first thoughts initially.
Fam, it's just too much going on. Like, it's just this show, this season. I've never watched an anime like this.
I can easily say I haven't either. I've never watched an anime like this.
I mean, so which is really crazy because I can say for any excitement, I mean, we still talking about the first episode. I mean, we just on the first episode. I mean, the deaths were amazing.
I know that was something we did. I guess let's quick recap of both episodes. So episode 9 came in. It was the direct continuation of episode 8 where the monster was, or the elder baron was inside the classroom taking out students left and right.
Right.
Like,
we ended it where we thought, where what's the name was finna get ready to kick up. Saya was finna get ready to kick up. She finally picked up her sword.
Yeah, because she was fighting at the beginning of episode 9, but he was sort of holding her off and picking off students like it wasn't shit.
Still eating. Fam.
Like he was savoring those students.
Like it was so crazy the fact that he was like literally like that was probably like I said the dramatic of that scene was the fact that like I said she even told him like to leave and it's like they just wouldn't really leave.
Yeah, they were.
Like,
they were in shock, and I guess.
I mean, you're gonna be in shock seeing that, but I'm gonna be gone in shock. Bro.
Yeah,
like,
I feel you.
Another area being in shock. You can't even have it. You ain't got the breath to tell them motherfucker like, you see that because you.
Yeah,
you
but
dead,
it was weird because even after like some of them would run off, and there was the girl she was sitting on the stairs scared, and it's like, you saw him.
You hear all that shit in the hallway.
Yeah,
like that shit ain't down. You ain't 3 floors down.
Like you can see it. Then the one kid, it was fucked up. The one kid, he actually got out to school. He was gone.
But see, he still was doing it wrong. Cause why you running on the side of the building across the parking lot and be out of here?
Who's to say? I don't know if he
heard it go into the hall. He was like, "Shit, I'm good." Oh
man. He's supposed to get away from the whole site altogether. Feel like.
So I mean, eventually that fight just basically took out everybody.
Yeah.
There was the class rep left.
Yeah.
And
I mean, just about everybody, and that's what made it so crazy because it's like everybody that you thought possibly. Because like in the beginning when we saw like Nono or whatever them,
we saw the twins die.
Like we kind of started putting. I think the last time they showed the classmates, I kind of tried to put by conversation who might last longer.
Yeah.
And it was just like, no, fam, we taking all.
No, everybody was going. That was
so like anybody that you saw that you thought would have been like, well, this person got to be here for a reason. Like they literally just got rid of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like no, not the person, and got it with them in the quickness too. Like. Just got out of here. Like we're gonna have you get ate up in one half of an episode. Like
yeah, pretty much. And then so after the aftermath, it's her and the class rep, and then the teacher runs up.
Right.
And so like that was one of the questions I remember having at the end of episode 8 is where the hell is the teacher during all of this?
Yeah, yeah.
So she runs up. She did get the question from before she ended up killing the monster. Why are you angry? And that seemed to be the running theme as you were going through episodes 9 and 10.
Yeah.
They were sort of asking her like, why are you upset?
Right. They asked why you. I mean, because even like she got struck for a second when the class rep was running up on her and asked like, who are you?
Yeah.
Like that was like that. The who are you and the why are you angry seems to be the really strong question. Like the teacher when she popped back up. She actually asked her the way she asked her was like, how many people did you kill?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was really weird to me because she saw, I guess maybe because she saw the blood on her.
That she assumed that it was her.
Yeah, but it's like, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it still hasn't. What I'm trying to figure out how did it end? That was pretty much the rest of that was like half of this episode.
Yeah, that was like half the episode. Then it was sort of like the aftermath. She ended up talking with the dog again. And
yeah, she went to a state of depression, pretty much.
Yeah, because then, the dog, but the dog also asked her too, like, why are you angry and where's the anger coming from? He said, is it coming from your head, where you think, your body, where you feel, or your heart? And sort of just left it at that.
Yeah, and she said she didn't answer that question. Like, people keep giving her moments to, like, figure this shit out, and she'd just be like, huh? And
well, that's the thing, and it's like, fam, clearly everybody knows something that she doesn't know.
And it feel like it's still a struggle between... Like, I'm starting to believe that out of the father, the cafe owner, the teacher, I would have thought the black hair guy, oh boy.
Yeah, when we get to episode 10, we'll get to that.
But I mean, with the fact that class rep is kind of talking, I mean, the fact that class rep always kind of had a thing for her and she kept kind of ignoring her, it kind of, I mean, maybe he might have something more stronger with the class rep sitting on me. But I feel like his who are you wasn't really, I think he asked it in a very natural way. Like, I think because she said, like, I'm sorry, and all this, like, she gave him the breakdown of who she really is. And he like, no, nigga, I know that.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Well,
like,
but that could have been taken a couple different ways. It could have been, who are you? Because he also just saw her do all this
that's what I meant for her.
Shit.
But that's what, like, as I said, like, I feel like it was an ongoing question. But I felt in that stance, on what she got it from him, it was that. Because it's like, I'm a student.
Right.
Like I'm a student.
Shit.
Yeah, like who the fuck are you? Like, and you're saying, Kind of like what dude did, like when old boy in 6 and 7 found out about her, and he did the same thing. Like what the fuck? Like who? Like who are you? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's like the who are you things has been like the run on. I mean, I think you said from there. And yeah, she had the depression shit and the what was that? Was that when she was laying down?
Was that the start of 10?
No. Because the start of 10 was.
No, that's right. Because she was talking to her dad at the start of 10. So that wasn't 9 then.
That she was 9. She didn't do nothing yet. Like 9, she was laying there, and she laid there first. And
she didn't even want to eat the. She didn't even want to eat the Grimov,
whatever.
Yeah, Grimov, whatever. Yeah, she didn't want to eat that.
But I'm trying to figure who snapped her out of. Was that 9?
No, she ended up walking outside. Remember? Because
that's when dude came.
That's when dude came, and that was sort of when the dad showed up, and that's how, like I said, that's how 9 ends.
Yeah.
Because 10 leads right into it, where she sort of, after he walks off, he says our talk isn't done.
Yeah. So which is, I'm saying, like, so I can't think of his name.
I can't remember.
I know it's
Tokozani or something like that.
It's like Kozani at the end, whatever. But from what happened, he's important. He's not important. So I don't care about his name. You didn't have to care about nobody's fucking name in the show.
You didn't, no.
At all. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made it even worse. Like I didn't have to care about nobody. But it's like.
But I mean, I guess so. Like I said, if we're just continuing that quick recap, that was literally she starts to ask her dad questions, kind of. No, because she's talking about she didn't remember her mom's face.
Yeah, like all she ran through what she's been doing with everybody. Like she was pretty much saying like all the stuff that like I'm Saya, I'm a student.
Yeah.
Like I'm you know what I'm saying? Like I do this because I'm a whatever.
Yeah,
she was like why don't I remember my mother?
So
like,
I guess that's kind of asking questions. I don't know if you really want to say that's asking questions.
Well, I mean, I feel like it does too. That would I mean, in the real general question is like why are there no pictures of my mom here? Like even asking if that's supposed to be your dad. And you and my mom were like, where's y'all married? Like where?
I mean, I guess I'm looking at a shrine as like a church. You don't really got pictures of. You don't really.
But
got
I mean,
pictures.
you would give her. I mean, it's your family though. Like even if he gave her one, and she had this one.
No, that I'll give you. Yeah, that I'll give you.
Like one little raggedy picture in the envelope or something. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you that. I was gonna say, but like just around the shrine, that he probably like. I feel like his.
Where's her burial at?
Well, there's all those markings.
But outside. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like she don't know her mom at all. Like, she don't.
Oh, you don't think that her mom?
I feel like her dad would have showed her that. Like, I figure if that was the case, she would have a moment where she's sitting and talking to her mom. Like, whether it be.
Yeah, fair. I'll give you that. Like I said, after like leading in these last ones, I think something shady with her dad.
Yeah, fam. I mean, what a daddy definitely shady. Daddy and the cafe dude.
Yeah, he's sketchy as fuck too.
Sketchy as hell, fam.
So. I guess before we get too far from it, it comes, episode 10 starts. She's talking with her dad, and then
Elder Baron shows up.
Yeah, that doesn't have it. You think it's hair? Because at a certain part, I think it's his cloak.
No, I think it was hair. Okay. I mean, the way she slashed at it and it kind of went away, and the stringly went back up to her. Yeah, I feel like it was really hair.
So either way, it's a body or it's not even a body, it's a head, a spine,
and hair. But I mean, it looks like a woman. And I mean, like I said, like with so many questions kind of coming in, like the Elder Baron, when before attacking her, came in like as if she was really trying to talk to her about some shit.
Yeah, because she said finally, what did she say? Like finally you remember.
Yeah, finally you remember, but Saya went straight in for the kill first. And she's like, no, you don't remember.
You're right.
Yeah, like
which. Since we don't know anything about her mom, and I know that was something I was gonna bring up a little later. Always like when we start thinking about predictions for season, those last 2 episodes. I was curious if it was gonna be like somebody who clearly they know her past or know her. So she's sort of. It seems like she's trying to get Saya to remember, and. Here comes Fam again.
Yeah, Fam, so Zune dude come out of nowhere talking about I heard a noise like, you gotta be the nosiest nigga in life.
That means when he left, he didn't leave. That nigga walked down some steps and just sat there.
I'm
about to catch her ass.
Like, dog, that's what I feel like. I mean, you like, bro, you ain't got shit else to do. Like,
Fam, again, where's your parents? But then again, we don't know where any parents in this town is. No parents are around.
Like, we did get that one cover. That's what we forgot to talk about in 9. That's what he talked to him about. Like when all the students when they attacked the school, when the monster elder bear attacked the school.
That's right.
It was like even from the episode from 6 and 7, like we all noticed the fact that it was like nobody else in this building but that class.
So like they were apparently just getting told, hey, y'all come back to class.
Yeah. So like so apparently because the Zani dude's in her class too, so it's like he got a notice, but then she was like, why wouldn't the whole school get to know? It's only just our class.
Which it brings up the question, we've been asking that pretty much all season. Like, is this a class of one? Is this literally a school of one class?
But it's like the scarce of people in the city is fucking irritating.
Well,
like,
I don't know if we're just because remember the episode. No, because remember the episode where what was it when Nono died? She was possessed. Remember that shadow monster? It was plenty people in town that he was taking out.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
and then there's people inside those cafes.
It's too many loopholes, fam. Like we only got one. I told you we only had one. A whole school got wiped. A whole class of students got wiped out, and ain't no parents concerned.
Well, we don't know that yet. This is the direct aftermath.
Because if anything, just like when the first attack came to the school, it should have been a cop at the door next
well, we
day.
don't know that. I think this is same evening. Episode 11 may go into that when we watch.
We ain't got time for that story now,
bro. We might.
We don't got time for cops trying to find out what happened to the kids.
You were already on recording saying that you think that there's gonna be nothing else. Like you don't think there's gonna be a resolution.
Fam, it's gonna be one. I didn't say it was gonna be all, like we not tying all that shit up, dog. Like this is the most web of stories I've ever seen in the first season,
that's the thing. They OD'd in mystery. Even in this episode when she was fighting, she sort of as she was fighting that elder baron, she had more questions in there.
Yes.
And one thing we didn't talk about, we started noticing in some of her fights is that whatever her memories are, they're starting to affect her.
Yeah, like the fight with the elder baron at the school, she struggled with that motherfucker because she kept pretty much like really seeing over and over the whatever vision she was getting. So Fan was really getting a lot of break time to really snack on shit because she was literally like, why did this happen? She just sitting there taking a knee.
She said, just sitting there holding her head.
Like, didn't need to ask a nigga for a time out. Like, give me a second, bro. Like, she just like, go do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Like, to the more mystery aspect, she's starting to get because remember, she started asking her, you feed on stuff. We like to feed on things too. Right. And it was sort of like, what the fuck does that mean? But that's a whole new mystery.
And they were saying like, hey, I know you're hungry.
Right,
like, you're hungry. So it's like, And that
was at the point where her vision started going blurry and it's like, is that from hunger? Is this a memory?
We keep seeing this background scene of her sitting at a table. The only thing we had called news of
is that there's a bunch of stuff attached to her.
It looks like she's got injections in her back where we can't tell if she's if they're either draining blood from her or if she's
like getting like a transfusion or some type of thing.
But even in that moment, the same mysterious dude walked up to her and said the same thing. Like, are you hungry?
We got a little better view of it, like of the person, because this time we were able to see them. I don't even know. It could have been a girl in a suit, but whoever it is, we saw them walking up. You sort of got like the outline of the face, but I mean everybody got the same facial outlines on the show, so it had the same sharp chin.
But his voice is still so different, so it's still someone that we don't know.
Right.
Like, or you know what I'm saying, unless the cafe, because the only person I can believe is Cafe Dude.
I think it's him. I honestly think it's him.
And I mean, that's the only person I can think of. I mean, it's the Cafe Dude, the teacher, the father, Sasa, the dog, the dog.
That's it. Everybody else is...
And the class rep, because the class rep's still alive.
That's right, he is still alive. So
there's six people. These are 6 stories that we have absolutely no reason why they're in there.
Honestly, now, so as we're going through episode 10, because remember, now the dad disappeared.
Dad disappeared.
When she woke back up, because obviously she fainted like always. She fainted after talking to her dad for a little bit. When she wakes back up,
which I don't think Dad did anything, because we did see that one time when Dad do to sleep. Like,
she just sort of. I think it was just everything just sort of got to her this time.
She can't. She fight all these monsters that can't handle no little mental stress.
Who knows what the hell that's doing to her? But either way, she wakes up and the cafe owner's there with some coffee, and some Grimaw.
And she asked the question about the color, like could it be different? Like there's a lot of questions that you ask that we start wondering more about. Because I mean,
but that's the big thing that makes me think that it's him. When, like you said, she asked the question about the color, and he was like, "Well, it all depends on what you mix in it." but I think this color works best for you.
Right.
And it's that reddish pinkish color, which, like you were saying during the episode, I think it is blood.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, that's why I was thinking that the dude in the visions is him, because it's like, okay, these are just different ways that he's trying to get blood into her. Whose blood? I don't really know. Like, I don't know if he's putting Elder Baron blood in her, because those shits, when they die, blood.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, she be so messy with the blood when she finally kills the Elder Baron. It made me feel like she just wants to bathe in this blood.
And that's what I'm thinking. Like, she just needs that blood. Like, that's her sustenance. Like, she needs that blood. So because she can't always go out and fight, and she can't just rely on eating it once a night, he's getting it to her in that.
Because what I'm also starting to realize, I don't think that she, by far we got in now, I don't think that she knows when she goes red.
You don't think so?
I don't think that she knows when she goes red eyes. I think she does in a small sense, but I feel like it's like a blackout period, and she just kind of wakes up and knows that she won. You know what I'm saying?
That would make more sense as to why she can't. And we kept asking why she can't do it at will. That would make more sense.
I mean, yeah, it needs to make more sense because that's what I'm saying. Like it's like a heightened sense of emotion that, to me personally, I feel she should get it way earlier in the process. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
but it's like she needs to see everybody die, and all of a sudden she just kind of like black out.
Especially at the school one, because the school one
was such a struggle for me.
It was literally at the very end. She watched all her classmates die.
Fam.
She watched.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Even if you think about the average class size, 30 kids, 29 kids died. So, you know what I'm saying?
That's horrible.
In 2 episodes, 29 kids died. I mean, because every time I thought it was a small group, they would do like a pan out.
Yeah, they would pan out.
That was like 10 bodies?
Yeah.
But
it wasn't even, you can't even say it was her classmates. It was until, what was the one, Yuna, and I forgot the other two. Yuna was the one who had like the sharp haircut.
Oh yeah, the one, the
who
Karen,
had the bang.
The Karen haircut, yeah. And that's the one. Like I said, from all the episodes, she was part of like that little group, core group of friends. And it's like, well, none of them died. Like all these motherfuckers kind of survived. Where you like, okay, well, she gonna save her. And it's like, and I'm glad that what they didn't show was her getting ate. She got stabbed. She was out. Yeah. They didn't give her
the horrible death.
But it was like, that's what I'm saying. Like it didn't. But that's what I'm saying. Like she should be able to turn that shit on. Like I said, like to have this motherfucker Elder Baron wipe out 29 students, and then.
But truthfully, it wasn't even the 29 students that did it for her. It was all 28, and it was like, oh, whatever. It was, oh, damn, that's sad, damn. And that 29th was like when Yuna died, was when she was like,
fam, you killed everybody?
Right.
Like, you ain't gonna leave me? Nope, okay. And then she just went red, and the pressure she applies on Elder Baron.
And I wanted to bring that up, because you brought up an interesting point, like that Goku feeling.
The Goku, dog, she definitely is Goku. Like when people make the whole like, well, I mean, I don't know what they call the trait or whatever of Goku, of the fact that he, you know, that he only succeeds by losing, pretty much getting his ass beat. And it's like, and I mean, but in the case, it's different because in the case of Goku, you know, he fights until he gets his ass beat, and then he just overcomes.
He at least
which
doesn't
we've
want
seen that too. Like she does get that too, but she also fights.
But it's that anger. It's that anger because when Goku gets angry,
yeah.
Remember, because that's why they always do the thing. You know, when Goku angry, and all you see is his back and he's standing.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying though, because it's like. She ain't got no heart. Goku got a little bit more heart than her.
Goku at least tried to keep
one nigga
alive.
died. Goku like, oh, I'm finna go Super Saiyan on your ass, nigga. Like, you said, like, she had to let 29 niggas die to be like, all right, it's power up time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the SpongeBob shit, like, all right, I'm about to kill you now.
But like I said, she's very One Punch Man-ish though. Once she's ready.
Because that's what's like for me with the episode of fighting that Elder Baron. Was struggling with me so hard with the fact that she was struggling with it. So it made me almost believe like this nigga's gonna probably be a problem even when she go red eyes, because this nigga literally is eating everybody while you're trying to fight him.
And like even with her sword, like the sword, like the swings was glancing off of.
She's literally just deflecting this nigga and going through legs and everything. And it's like, but as soon as she went red eyes, she cut through this nigga like butter.
But even with the heroine, it was the same thing. The heroine, she wasn't. She had her just moving around. She had the cut on her face, but as soon as she went red-eyed, she just
went quick too, like dash, like she couldn't even blink. That motherfucker on your ass was like, damn, dog, and that's all because she killed old boy. Because Fan wanted to run back.
It was.
He killed Zuna. That nigga got wrapped up in the hair weave and the bundle. And she tried to...
It was just a puddle of blood. But that was what she was saying. Like, I'm hungry too. I'm still hungry.
Right.
You get hungry, I want to eat.
Cause that nigga trash. Like, I didn't like it.
That's right, she did. She like, even if the taste wasn't good, I'm hungry.
I'm still, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it was crazy because it was like... It's crazy because she definitely had whoever wrote her complex so like disturbing that she got like a half a city got to damn near die.
But I wonder, is it to the point because she doesn't know who she is and some of the theories that we were saying that she's an elder baron, is that why? It's like, I don't care about humans in general. I don't give a fuck that they all die.
I mean, she has that kind of idea though, because everybody like how they present themselves to her, and she always be like clueless to them. Like she believes who she is amongst her people, but the way they interact with her and talk to her, she's just like, I don't see none of that. Like I don't see none of that that's going on. So it's like it makes you she's always had a huge disconnect with humans. Like
she's missing something in humanity.
Yeah, like you would think she had no soul type shit. Like that's what she acts to me. Like,
almost, and it goes into where I'm curious with episode 11 and 12 because. After all of that happened, the next day, we talked about how she got the coffee and the gym off.
Yeah, like Fan was already right next to her by the bed.
Yeah, when she woke up. Her dad sort of, the shop owner goes to talk to her dad.
Tells him that he gave her the coffee.
Yeah.
So the first
I don't understand why he had to narrate that until we found out that the dad was gone. Because I think that's sort of. You think that was
why he told him?
Yeah, I think so.
But he did something to him too, though. Because remember, he was like.
Well, he asked him, "Was you hungry?" He said, "You need to feed too and get ready."
Right.
So, I don't know if it was sort of that. It was something they could be on the same squad.
I mean, he could be an elder baron. Like Fan could be. Fan could be out here planting these elder baron. Like the dad. Maybe it's some kind of fucking ritual.
Bro, I don't know.
I said I feel like it's a blood collection ritual, bro.
It's just there's so many questions, and I mean the dad. Well, something happened where the shop owner arm was wrapped up. So we figured that the dad fed on him.
Yeah, that was the idea. Because that was
the next thing. Because she woke up. Remember, she was singing. She was dressing. We thought she was trying to go back to school.
That's when she came back to the cafe.
Yeah, and then she was like, my dad's gone. I don't really know. He didn't leave a note. Then the teacher comes in. Right. Gets her tea.
First of all, Saya acting completely normal. Like this 9, she was stressing.
Yeah, 10.
So 9, she was stressing. 10, by everybody died. 10, after the coffee and the guam, she was like singing in the fucking sun.
Yeah. Well, she did stop for a second.
But she stopped because she was like, Dad's not here.
No, I thought because she said that before she started. No, that's right. You did.
Yeah, she stopped when she realized like
that he didn't leave a note. Like I wonder why he didn't leave a note. Where did he go?
Right. And that's when she went to the cafe.
So then the teacher shows up, and the teacher asks her for some books from the shrine.
She wants to read like some of the books in lore that she have in the shrine because he heard it's like old age books.
Yeah, and then she was adamant because she even said, I gotta ask my dad, and my dad's not here. She was, but I wanted to read them today.
Right.
It's like the answer to that real clearly should have been, man, my dad's not here.
Yeah, you can't come up there.
But she goes up there and we find out. I don't know if the book the teacher was reading was blank too.
Yeah, she didn't open the book. I feel like she opened the book at one point to like see her.
But and that's why I was curious if that specific one wasn't blank, because what we did find out is all of the other books in the shrine are blank.
Yeah, because what it was. It was new. Remember, because she said it was new. She told her like this paper is new. Right. But I think that was the same, but there was something written in it.
Okay.
And that's what she was like, did you look at it closely?
Right. And that's when she looked at the others and saw that they were blank. And that's why I was curious, that's why I was confused. Like, is she just, did she find out that now that all of these are blank, or is it just she happened to pick out the one that was written?
Because I think she picked out the one, I think what she grabbed was the book that her father was showing her.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, because she never looked at his book either. So I think when she reached down for that specific book, it was the book that her father was reading to her, talking about, like, it says nothing in here about something, I forgot what. Like,
he was saying it says nothing about the where Elder Barons came from,
where their name
came from.
But they have been eating humans for time. Like, that was pretty much his statement. But if that was the specific book, which I mean, you have to pretty much try to look back at the episode to see if that's where he reaches for that book from to talk to her about it at. But it was blank, so it's like Now the teacher.
Now there's because as you said, we have to end this farce now.
Yeah.
So the teacher knows clearly something. I don't know if she thinks Saya knows. I don't think Saya knows.
Yeah, I don't think Saya don't know shit.
I don't know.
Saya don't have a fucking clue.
But hopefully we should be getting some answers. We better be getting some answers. We have 2 episodes left.
Yeah, it's only 2 like that's what I'm saying. Like I said, when it flipped the script a little bit because we've always thought the teacher had something to do with it, but the way she was trying to stop the farce, stop this farce and whatever. Even when she asked her in the last episode, how many people did you kill?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that now to me, I feel like the teacher actually has been investigating mysterious shit happening in in this town or whatever, and she's not really from there because the teacher. So the teacher has met. Has the teacher been around the cafe dude and the father before?
No, I don't think we've seen any scenes of her with the father, and I'm pretty sure this is the only scene we've ever seen her with the cafe dude.
Okay, because I even felt like that. I felt like when she was in the cafe, when hearing her ask hearing the conversation of the cafe dude telling Saya what she needs, I'm gonna get you some coffee and what you want, and she was kind of staring at that. She's like, nah, just give me some tea, plain. Don't put nothing in my shit. And I think she knew
that
from
something
that
was
aspect
up.
of don't put nothing. Because if you think about it though, the teacher saw her soaked in blood with a knife and asked her what she had. We don't know what happened from that scene. She literally just talked to the teacher.
Well, that's the second time though we saw the teacher. She knows that the teacher saw her with not blood soaked, but with that sword.
Yeah.
Because remember, when the teacher was talking to her the first time. She had the sword, and remember, it put Saya on edge because Saya kind of grabbed the sword a little tighter.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So it's but that's what I'm saying too. So in the cafe though, she's looking at Saya fam, I just saw what you was on yesterday.
Yeah.
And now you just here, give me some coffee. Well, and she bro, we need to.
I mean, that'll put anybody on edge. Fam, you a little too nonchalant and giggly.
And that's what I'm saying. I feel like she looked at it oh, she taking coffee. And dude suggested, no, I don't want none of that shit. Give me just some plain.
Just plain. But it's also, just fam, something got to be different with her because she seemed any worse for it. She just lost the classroom.
Yes. I would have, you would thought, what threw me off is that we would have thought that the fact that the teacher came into the cafe to talk to her, it would have been hey, do you remember what happened yesterday? Do you remember, what she was just doing? But all she wanted to do was go to these books. So it was that's what I felt like she was
She trying to investigate.
But I think that Saya don't know because Saya wouldn't have took her if she knew. So I feel like to even open all these books and be all right, fam, we got to end this farce. And then of course it ends with them walking out where she sees Nene and No.
Yeah, and she goes.
And she's they ask her, do you believe we're real?
No, she said they said you know we're real. You know we're the real ones.
Right. So and it ends again with her saying yes, let's finish this farce.
Yeah.
So we get the last 2 episodes starting out with the first 2 people that died
are clearly alive.
Ain't dead after going through 8-10 episodes.
Well, remember I said that when she was around. I was just kidding. I didn't think when she walked out the next morning on episode 9. If she go back to school and everybody there, I'm throwing my. It's fam, what? What is going on?
So so that's what I'm saying. So. To watch 10 episodes and then end the 10 where it's the first 2 motherfuckers that died ain't dead? Hold on, bro.
We almost back at square one.
And it's all been a farce? We've been in this farce? What I've been watching for 10 episodes?
What?
What?
Do you think the teacher could be the dog? Have we seen them together in the same scene? Even if the dog is just sort of off
I don't feel like it. I feel like the dog is whoever the person is feeding her. Or whatever at the table. Because the dog is the one that's really he knows about the promise. He knows about all this stuff. You remember the promise you made? Who
that's why I was curious if it could be the teacher. Because, even so she's saying because it's the dog, you were saying, the dog seems fed up. So that could have been the teacher just look, all right, I'm done being a dog right now.
No, because remember the dog did say.
Oh, he said he was stuck in that form.
Because remember he was you should be embarrassed of me seeing you in the bath.
Yeah.
So we know the
dog is a male.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think the dog is whoever she who's been feeding her because I feel he was saying when the introduction of him is the only way for me to interact with you is in this form.
That's right.
So I think which would be really pissing me off, which could be that she really has been spending all her time in that room, and I don't know what we're doing, but that's like not really her.
Bro, I am done if that.
Like that's not really like maybe they like mentally in there, like maybe, maybe like a mental thing or some shit. Like
yeah, she's just stuck in there.
Like it's really like some danger room training shit or whatever, and that's why like even with the dude saying like I can't interact with you how I am, so I gotta be this.
If that's it, I get why it's canceled. If that's it, I 100% get why they ain't had it. Because I'd have been furious if I was watching.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I feel like it making me feel like that she's not really. I don't. It's like it's hard because it's so much real reality that you kind of put in there, but because they keep going back to this whole her sitting and being just sitting and hooked up, it's like you just really like on like a vegetable, and it's like we gonna have you doing this stuff.
Is she handcuffed? I couldn't tell.
I feel like one episode they showed her handcuffed.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
it didn't look like it. This last one where she had everything strapped to her back.
Yeah, but I feel like the first episode, like one of the first times they showed her the thing, that she was definitely handcuffed.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that was thinking.
So I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so many variables. Like that one scene though makes me feel like it makes me feel like it's one of those mental scenarios where they're running through this shit through her head.
Like, this is basically like a genjutsu. Just everything.
They're trying to rejo her brain, trying to get her to like, you need to remember what this is. Like,
I mean, if it's a thing where she just got fucked up that badly, that's why she's got the blood coming in, because like she just real life went through something that horrible, like she just got her ass kicked. Then it's like, okay, I guess that's a little bit.
Like that'd be trash, bro.
It would be
like,
trash.
Like, I'm really, now that I'm thinking about it, like I feel like it's, and this is only one of my theories because we got the last two, but it's like she could have, like what we're watching is what got her to where she's at.
I think that's what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what it is.
And they're trying to get her to come back, like you, like whatever, you lost some battle, whatever it was, like. But it's like we really just watched her kind of relive through like the scenario to get her where she was, where she kept getting like flashes of like.
Which it wouldn't be the first anime that's done that, but they've never taken a whole damn season to do it.
Yeah, we don't need this for the whole season. Like, so I'm definitely
So I mean, that was gonna be really the last thing. Any predictions for the last two episodes? But I mean, I think we sort of hit on that already.
Yeah, I think that's my prediction on it.
I do still think that everything is going to get wrapped up.
Everything is not getting wrapped up. You finna find out about all 6 characters?
I think everything.
And their story background?
I think everything.
7. 6.
I mean, I think the main story gets wrapped. Because there have been shows that went on forever that you still don't got, you don't got a bunch of characters back. Hell, Naruto. We went through Naruto Shippuden, and we're in Boruto now. And there's still characters from Naruto. We don't know their backstory. We don't know like the backstory. We don't know like the full backstory of Minato. We don't know like anything about Kushina. There's plenty of characters you don't know their backstory.
But they didn't play a big role in it.
Hell, they played a big enough role.
Fam, these niggas made it to episode 9 and got wiped. You know what I'm saying? Even in the aspect of it, like, if the main characters are all the grown-ups, they didn't even need these kids.
I don't think they were the main. I think Saya's the only main character.
No, I'm saying like if you got to think like if like we all think that the cafe dude, the teacher play part of their life. If none of the kids had nothing to do with it, y'all could have had the elder bears just killing random people, bro. Why were we having them like they had dinner dates? She took them all to the cafe to eat. Like she was living with these niggas, dog.
I wasn't supposed to show her humanity. Like I said, I feel like it was all supposed to be character building, but they sort of failed at the character building. Because I feel like I know no more about Saya's character than I do from episode 1.
I know. All I know is that she still struggles. She get red eye. When she go red eye, she kill everything. Without no answers. You can't even. They could be talking to you full blood, having a conversation. When she go red eyes, like I don't want to hear that shit. And you
basically,
dead.
I think that's sort of where we leave it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully the next 2 episodes can really wrap some shit up.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with episode 11 and 12. This has been Geekset Rewind. Again, I'm your host Didge. Got the homie Bacardi.
Going on. Peace out.
You can find Geekset at Geekset Podcast on all social media platforms. You can find me at Didge _D.
Oh, yeah, we
on all social media platforms.
You can find me at Bacardi and Cola on IG. That's about it.
Yeah. Until next time.
Peace.